Hello everyone. This video is regarding the basic deployment process we go through in Primathon. So for the deployment, we first create an EC2 instance, then we access that instance using sh over sh using .pam file we download at the time of the server creation. Now in the server, we set up our project from the remote resource. Then then we run that project using PM2 processes and set up Nginx configuration for the DNS and all. Okay, now let's start with the EC2 creation. Okay, now in the EC2 instances, there's an option of launch instance. We go to that for creation of the new instance. Now it is first asking the name. Okay, let's give as deployment tutorial. Now it is asking for the OS image. So OS image basically we generally use Ubuntu, but you can choose on the basis of your requirement. Okay, so Ubuntu. Now, okay, there is the option which Ubuntu server we want. It's Ubuntu server 2022 or 20. It depends on the use case we decide. Okay. Now, yeah, there's an architecture into 86 and ARM. So we generally prefer into 86, but yeah, ARM is basically initially designed for mobile smartphones. So into 86 is more towards the performance, and ARM is towards uh, saving. Okay, so into 96 is more towards the performance. Now we go to the instance type. So in the instance type, we basically deciding what will be the configuration of our RAM, how many core processor we want, what is our RAM. Okay, so we currently I'm now using T2 micro. Okay, now let me create a key pair. This key pair I'm going to use at the time of when we want to make this server access using sh over sh. Okay, so अभी इसको let's give the name as tutorial rsa.pam. Okay, ठीक है, so ये tutorial मेरा डाउनलोड हो गया. Now okay, network settings. So network settings may we have to only create the security groups. So basically, security groups are the rules which we create to make the access restricted for the inbound request and for the outbound data we are going through. So currently, I'm just using the previously created one. Okay, now the configuring the storage. Basically, storage is basically the hard disk memory or the memory we want in the server to store our data or to handle our projects. Tick. Okay, now let's launch an instance. Okay, so launch instance is launched. This is our instance. Currently, it is in the pending state. It will take some time to get up. Till then, let's check its addresses. Okay, so yeah, this is the instance details. Okay, so it's a Ubuntu server. This is our AMI image ID. The security group we have used. Okay, let's go to the security group. So basically, the security group we have used has some inbound rules, and so our HTTP is open at port 80. Basically, SH and HTTP are the most default one. Only I've given extra one as custom TCP for the port range 8080. Basically, if for the backend, if we want any request to come in, and we have open our server at port 8080, then we give this configuration. Okay, now let's go back to that instance. Now, as we now see that our instance is created. Okay, so now let's access this instance. If you can see that I have downloaded its PIM file. Uh, so firstly, we move this. Let's go into the downloads. Now, it's the best practice to move this file in .sh server. So I'm just moving it. This file name is tutorial. So by this command, we are moving this in .sh folder. So here's the tutorial.pam. Now we want now to access the server, we have to make this tutorial.pam as a private file. So we change its permission to 600. Okay. Now we have changed its permission. Now we can access the server using this file. So to access the server, we have to use the command sh-i. Now we have to give the location of this file, tutorial.pam. It's in .sh tutorial.pam. Now the server name is Ubuntu here. It's gone. Instance. Okay, this is requirements only. Move to the instances. Yeah, if we open this details, so yeah, the platform is Ubuntu. So its name is Ubuntu at the rate and its IP. So IP is here in. So we have to give its public IP. So in the networking tab, the top one is the public IP we are going to use. And back when we hit enter, then after pressing this, now you can see that we are in the server.